guess. Alright, we are back with my favorite game of all time, arguably. And we're gonna do the creature tier list for Heroes of Might and Magic 5. I know everybody rant and raves about 3, and 3 is good, absolutely, but 5 is just a hair better. 3 was good at the time, for sure. We're gonna try to make it quick, because there's obviously a lot of creatures to do here. But please let me know what you guys think of where you would place people. So we will go the Poison Assassin. I think he's C, honestly. He's not that great. If you have the Poison Master guy, he's a little bit better, but I feel like that's kind of a waste of a hero, to be honest. And they just don't do shit for damage. The only benefit to having him is just the poison. And early game, obviously it's good, but not that good. All of these elementals are just NPC AI types, so they're not worth a shit. And even if they're on your team, they're not good at all. The little Goblin is not good. Obviously, he probably has the least amount of health as any tier 1 with low damage. I'm gonna put, honestly, tier 1 Imp at B, only because such early game just being able to naturally steal mana is insane. Other than that, it's pretty shit, but also if you throw in the possibility of gating, then, you know, that is what it is. I'm gonna throw the Ballista down here. Just, obviously it's better, but I don't really want to do, like, Ballista and Catapult, which are actually on here. So the other imps, I'm gonna put both of these ones in. I actually think this imp is probably S tier. I think being able to steal the, like, it literally, especially against towns like Academy, like starting off the game having no mana, it basically just ruins that town instantly, like free win. Then again, if you throw in gating, it's okay. But obviously, I would say imps are arguably one of the best tier 1s in the game, for sure. Regular Gremlin. I'm going to put regular Gremlin in... Okay, the only reason why I'm putting him in B is because if you do the Gremlin Master, you can start with like 100 instantly. And that's honestly nasty. To have 100... ranged units to start is pretty good. I've never even seen this wolf, actually. It must be in the middle or something on certain maps, or a special. I'm trying to do not upgraded. Shaman. I'll give Shaman a B only because you can use her a bunch of different ways. I think her defense and attack is actually pretty solid for being a tier 4, but I think she's more carried by the fact that she can do haste and weakness and stuff with her spells. And then I'm going to put the upgraded Shaman at A because I think obviously just making her better is better. I don't know, I don't remember what the other one looks like because I know it's not as good as this one. Oh, let's see. Regular Cerberus. Or I guess this is Hellhound. I'll put it in B only because of the amount of tiles that he can move. I think that's pretty nasty. He has a whole lot of attack, but his defense is super shit. But I would say the only reason why he's in B is just because of the max amount of tiles he can end up moving. Regular Zombie, I'd probably put in B as well. I think it's a very solid starting defensive unit, super tanky, and if you have the Zombie Lord, then you start with a lot of them also. But I don't think it deserves an A tier at all for just stock value. Since we just talked about Hellhound, we'll go Cerberus. I think Cerberus is A, and the biggest reason why I think it's not an S is because the lack of defense that it has. It's so squishy. They're so lacking in defense, but their attack is insane, especially being able to hit 3 other units, and or if you choose the other Cerberus, is fire as well with that. And being able to move damn near the whole map almost is pretty disgusting. But I think the only reason it's not an S again is just lack of defense there. Regular Angel I'll put in B. I don't see the benefit in using him. I mean, obviously there's a benefit in using him, but I would say this is probably S tier. Just being able to heal. To always bring him back is fucking annoying. Super hard to deal with. I hate it for sure. Damn, I don't know what this dragon is. Maybe I'm crazy. Regular, let's see, these are hard to tell which is which. I believe this is regular vampire. Regular vampire, I don't think it's lifesteal. I might be wrong. I am gonna put him in B though. I think he's super nasty, and I think I'm just gonna count this as the upgraded one. I think I have to put him. Yeah, I think he's S tier, honestly. I think the amount of damage plus being able to regen his health and essentially teleport to anywhere in the map is disgusting. And being undead on top of that just adds extra. This is the other shaman. Honestly, the other shaman is not as good. I don't remember what she does, but I know it's not as good as that one. At least in my opinion. Let's see. Regular Gen I'll give B as well. I think, honestly, I think a lot of units are just going to be B. But I think the fact that he can do a whole lot as far as he can cast and he can move essentially the whole map and has pretty high damage. But the biggest reason this dude sucks is his lack of defense. I mean, it's just not there at all. And then this vampire, I'll just put, honestly, I'll put this one in A just because I forget what, I know it's different than the other upgraded, but it's not as good. It's something different. I forget what it is, to be honest. But yeah, Jin just lacks defense at all. Gargoyle, I think base Gargoyle has to be B, and the biggest reason is because you can't use any magic. I mean, you can use magic against him, but it's basically just does nothing to it. I think it's a super tanky unit, especially against magic in the beginning of the game, for sure. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but again, you know, that's how, you know, it's either a lot of damage, no attack, or vice versa, so it is what it is. Okay, since I see both of the zombies here, Plague Zombie. Alright, this zombie is alright. It's pretty good, but honestly, I think I have to put Plague Zombie in S. I think the fact that if it keeps attacking the same unit, it's just going to continuously weaken them. And being a tier 2 unit that is super tanky and undead is just massive. Plus, even more so if you have the Zombie Lord, just makes them that much better overall. And same if, you know, if we're talking about the vampires, the Vampire Lord or Princess or whomever is disgusting. Oh, let's see. I'm trying to get everybody together. Druid. Damn, I think there's going to be a lot of S tiers, to be honest. I think I have to put Druid in B. Or A, I'm sorry. Base Druid, I think, honestly, has no downfall. I think the Druids are, their spellcast, their regular attack that shoots does pretty decent damage, and they're honestly pretty tanky for a backline unit. And I think either you go with upgrade, just makes them that much better. I thought I saw the other upgraded version, but I guess I'll find him eventually. Who else is here? Alright, base skeleton, D tier, just shitty. Base sprite, I'll give C only because she can hit multiple units. And I don't know if base sprite actually can spellcast or not. I think she can. This sprite I'll pop up just again because she can hit multiple units and she can spellcast, but super insanely weak. I mean, her damage isn't even that great. It's just because she has a variety. The only reason why she's in B. Skeleton archers I'll put in B. Tier 1 archer is alright, but you need a shit ton of them for it to do any damage whatsoever. Let's scroll down so we can see some more peeps. And then this base skeleton I think is honestly I've never tested it out enough to use it, but it is pretty decent honestly to be able to block hits for the person next to him. I think that's super good. And underutilized tier as far as the skeleton, but I think people just use archer because the next archer you get in Necropolis is the Leech, so you know it is what it is. Base peasant, the only reason why I'm putting it in C is because you can have so many and they're so easy to get, but terrible. I honestly probably, you know what, yeah, it's D. Base Trent, I'll have to go B. I think he's a solid like tier 6, but I think the biggest thing that carries him is more just him being able to attack somebody and keep them in a spot. He is pretty tanky, but kind of lacks damage. And again, I think the biggest thing that carries him is keeping him there. I'll put both of these Trents in A because they're just better versions of that, but I would say somewhat underwhelming, but honestly to play against it's kind of annoying just because they can keep you there for a really long time. Base Necropolis Bone Dragon is the worst tier 7 in the game, period. Just not enough damage and not enough defense whatsoever. Yeah, that's just what it is. Okay, here's this other scout. Base scout is worse than the poison one, obviously, but not that great. Let's see, base blade dancer, I'll give B, only because he can move so much and he does such high damage in an area. He can hit multiple units, so that's pretty nasty. And then because I just moved that, I lost all the blade dancers, so we'll scroll down. Upgraded blade dancers though I'll give to A, and I would say the biggest reason why they're not an S, honestly, for one, because they're tier 2, but two, because they're just so weak. I think Sylvan has the highest probability of damage, but the least amount of defense, especially as the first like whole section of units go. Until you hit like Druid Unicorn, you're basically just going to get stomped on. Now your DPS again is going to be insane with that, but lacks defense for sure. The whites, I'll give base white a B. I still think it has the hand touch as base, but I might be wrong, but I still think it's solid. The upgraded ones are not that much better, but I will give them to A because, you know, they aren't by much, honestly. All of them deserve B, but we'll just put the upgraded ones a little bit better. Let's see, this is the upgraded Bone Dragon. Honestly, the upgrade doesn't even help it, to be honest. I don't feel like. Regular Horned Demon, I'll give a B. I think it's a solid tier 2 with a lot of defense. Plus, I'll even add in the gating too, because no matter what you have it, so it's a little bit of a bonus to keep it in the B slot for sure. Let's see, who else can we see a couple of? Okay, here's one of the other upgraded goblins. This one I'll give C just because he's a little bit better and has... I forget even what this one does. I don't even use this one. I use the one with the trap because it's the only useful one to use. I thought I saw the succubuses, but... Okay, Hell Charger... I'll give Hell Charger a B. The only reason why I'm not putting it in an A is because I don't think base Hell Charger will, like, tactic thing. I might... If it is, then I'll put it in an A for sure. But... I don't think I can put it in a base. Base Hydra will give B, nothing crazy, but a solid tank and area effect hit, so nothing crazy bad about it at all. Base Golem I'll give B as well, and the biggest reason is because of the ability to not take any magic damage, especially early game. That's disgusting. I think I'll give Base Cavalier an A because the fact that you can literally move an entire map with a tier 6 and do heavy damage is pretty disgusting. Base Shefton I'll give B. Base 1 is nothing hugely special. Regular Shefton I'll give A massive amount of damage. And pretty solid defense, but I don't think that he has like enough umph to get him to S tier. I'm not really sure what he's lacking, to be honest, but I think it's just kind of... I think he's an overall solid unit, but has nothing else to get him there. Base Devil, I'll give B. I'll give upgraded ones to A. I don't think they do anything special either, but they're pretty solid, obviously, for tier 7. Wyvern. Honestly, Wyvern is C. Like, the dude just kind of sucks. Like, no matter what. I've never found him to be that great. I think he's one of the weakest in Fortress. Or Stronghold, sorry. But, yeah, I'm just not a fan. Green Dragon, I'll give B. And the upgraded one, I'll give A. They're solid, obviously, because they're tier 7, but carries them is just the fact that they can pull units in a line. But that's it for me. Blood Maiden base, I'll give B, and the biggest reason why I can't put her higher is because, again, lack of defense, and she just gets targeted the shit out of. And I think that's what keeps this one out of S, honestly. But she, you know what, I'll give this one an S, but the other one I'm going to give it A. Because Blood Maiden is fucking disgusting. But this one allows her to be attacked, I believe, before she goes back. And this one has no retaliation. But this one is like, you know, S minus A plus type just because of the lack of defense that they do have. And unfortunately, the fact that they get targeted is just insane. As they should, though. They're a top tier unit for sure. Base Hunter, I'll give B. Again, I think it's just lack of defense from Sylvan early on is nasty, but he's like a B plus for sure. Maybe even an A, but I think, again, lack of defense is keeping them down on the lower end. Let's see. Basic Centaur, I'll give B as well. High damage, but just base stock value for a tier 2. This little triple upgraded version is not that bad because of his trap, the little goblin from Stronghold. But nothing crazy. I think that just even is what carries him to B. But yeah. Let's see. Upgraded Centaur. Where's the other upgraded centaur? This one I'm gonna put in B as well, but this full upgraded one goes in A. The amount of damage and that one's just so much better to be thrown in there. Man, some of these it's hard to tell based off these pictures what's the upgraded version. Here's the other Druid. I'm putting him up there as well. I forget which one. Nothing crazy. Wyvern. I'll put this one in A only because of the poison. This Hydra I'll put in A. Again, just more tankiness, more damage. This is the other green dragon. Nothing crazy different. Oh, let's see. I'm not getting like any base people at the top, so we're gonna have to scroll. Alright, upgraded hunter. Damn. A for sure. But again, I think targeting and lack of defense has to come out of S. I don't know. Alright, I think this one is a S, but this one is definitely A because he doesn't have the double shot, but he does do something different. I kind of forget, but he is solid for sure. But I think the other one, double shot for S, is amazing. This upgraded version of the scout I'll give C because you can play him different, but it's nothing crazy. This archer I'll do B because, you know what, I'm just going to do C for him. He's probably one of the worst tier 2s. Where is this other upgraded archer? I've never seen this little fucker in my life. Jesus, what is that? I can't find this other upgraded archer. Here he is. Alright, this one deserves an A for sure, and I'll put this one in B. That one takes like no he has full shot across all the map. I think this one might, or at least a lot more, but this one does for sure, so he is better. Let's see. Base Minotaur I'm going to give B. But this upgraded version is not even better. I think it's actually possibly worse than base. But this one I'm honestly putting in S. I think the amount of damage it can do, the amount of tankiness it can tank, and if you retaliate, he will retaliate back, is disgusting. I think it is a super solid tier 3 unit in the game. Probably one of the best. Arguably the best, but I would argue against that. But still, up there for sure. Base Mage, I'll give B. I think the biggest downfall for mages is the fact that if you just regularly attack, then you're going to damage your own units. So that's a big no-no, obviously. This upgraded mage I will give to A, but again, the biggest reason I can't put him in S is because of the damage that he will be causing his own units, but the amount of times that you use that or even do that is unlikely, but I think that is why I have to keep him out of S. Base Sakuba I'll give B. Again, the biggest reason is because she's going to damage her own units. I cannot seem to find the... Okay, here she is. I don't remember what this one does, but I don't think that it's much better. Unfortunately, as much as I hate Sakubas, I think being able to damage your own units is such a downfall that I can't put her in S. If any of them deserve an S, it's her for sure, but I think that's just what is keeping her out of there. Where's the upgraded Cavalier, since I put him out? Alright, Gremlin, I'm going to put this one in A, mostly because of the sabotage and being able to I believe, repair your own broken war machines and stuff, so that's super good. This gen, I'll just put higher than the other one. It's not much better than that one, but obviously just the upgraded version. Regular Leech, honestly, is a little underwhelming. I don't think he's that great. I think, again, he's mostly just carried because of the amount of things he can do. But I don't think it's that amazing, to be honest. Upgraded Golem, I'm gonna give A as well. And where's the third upgrade of this Golem? Same thing, A for sure. I would say the biggest reason that keeps them out of S tier, they might be S tier. I forget which one of these two is better, to be honest. Alright, I will drop him an S. The biggest reason why he even got moved to S is just because of natural defense against magic, which is all of Academy for the most part, but you know, being early game is nasty. Peasants, just not good no matter what, really. Just meat shields for the rest of your team. Base priest, honestly, kinda sucks dick. I know here's the other one. This is the second one. I am not seeing the third, obviously, but I know he's on here. This one I'll give B. I think he can do some heavy damage, but you unfortunately need a whole lot of them. I think this Thane honestly deserves S tier. I think that's the second one. Whichever one is better. But I think honestly being such a high unit, doing high damage, I believe can cast spells and hit multiple people and knock them back is for a high tier unit. Base spear, underwhelming. Upgraded one is better because you can hit from a distance, but again, nothing insane harpooners or whatever. Upgraded Cerberus, again A for sure, but lacking defense like we talked about. Upgraded Gargoyle honestly is not that much better. The Obsidians, where's this other one? But I think again natural magic immunity carries them, and that even adds more to their defense, and only being a tier 2 unit. Regular Griffin, I'll put in B. I don't think that one can actually fly. No, I'm not seeing the flying one. I've been seeing it the whole time. Here we go. I'll give this one A. The biggest reason I can't put it in S is because I feel like, especially the bigger the teams are, the bigger the team fights are, the longer you have to wait for this thing to come down, and the possibility of it literally waiting all that time to hit nothing, I can't put in S. Again, it's super solid, but I don't think it's anything crazy. Yeah. Regular Warmonger, I give B, but I'll give both of these an A. I think they're super fucking solid and honestly super tanky, and even nastier retaliations. I believe we did a Horned Demon earlier. This one I'll put an A, and this one I'll put an A as well, mostly just because of the leaping and the big area effect explosions, but I think the biggest thing that keeps them out of S is honestly just the lack of movement. If you do the leap, obviously, but then that can also make you an easy frontline target for backline units, so you're taking more damage, so it's a pro and con. Rakasha, honestly, is C. The dudes just have absolutely no defense. Does hella damage, for sure, but the lack of defense for these guys is insane. This Griffin, I believe, does the same, but nothing crazy. Where's this other Rakasha? I can't find him now. Base Berserker, I think, is B. Nothing crazy again. Here he is. I'm trying to find these other Berserkers now. Upgraded version. I just don't think the upgraded versions do any better, to be honest. Base Footman. The only reason why I put Base Footman in B is just because he is pretty tanky. And you need that for Haven, especially early game. And the Squire, I'll put in A, because of the Squire Bash can honestly make a difference. I don't remember what the upgraded version does, though. The other upgraded version, I should say. Ghosty, gotta give Ghosty a B, just because of, they might not do a whole lot of damage, but you're gonna miss the shit out of them, let me tell you. This one, I'll give A, but this one I gotta put in S, because it can mana reave, which is disgusting. And you're gonna miss the shit of them, and even if they don't do a whole lot of damage or have a whole lot of defense, ghosts are the scariest units probably to face, especially the earlier the game, the scarier they are, because you never know if you're ever even gonna be able to kill them. Bone Dragons, I just gotta put in B. I think it's, again, the worst tier 7. Black Dragon, I think Black Dragon base is probably a B. I don't think it's anything special. Upgraded Leeches, I think this one is worse, so I'm going to keep it the same, but I will put this one in A, because I think it does deserve an A slot. What else we got? Pit Fiend. Base Pit Fiend will go B, only because I don't know how many spells that they have and whatnot. I don't remember which of these two are better, but they definitely both deserve A. Honestly, I think I have to put them in S. I think having a fucking late game unit that can do backline damage, has good defense, and has a disgusting attack just puts him there. From what I remember, I think that one is better because of something, but honestly that one can probably be interchangeable. Regular Grim Raider, I'm going to put in B, and I'm going to put the upgraded versions in A. I think they definitely deserve it, mostly due to the fact that they can move the entire map, and also the fact that when you're attacking with another unit and the Grim Raiders right there, it will help you attack. Plus this one does also some area effect as it's walking through, so you can definitely, make some differences. But I think the biggest reason it's not in S is because it's just, those are the things that kind of carry it, the massive amount of movement plus the utility it brings with those two upgrades. But I think honestly it's a little bit lacking in attack and defense. It's nothing special in either category, but it's not, shit either. I don't think this one heals, so I'm going to keep that one in A for the Angel. And here is the other Shefton that we talked about earlier. And then we got, who do we want? Okay, this is the last Priest. Not much better. Definitely doesn't deserve A. Shadow Witch. Where's the... I think Shadow Witch is B. And we'll give the upgraded versions an A, but I don't think she's very... I don't know. She's just nothing too crazy to be afraid of. Low-key sucks, but the damage output that she can do is nasty. And again, that's the Hell Charger that will pop into A. Might deserve a S, but I'm not sure. I think Titan honestly probably deserves an A, and we'll give the upgraded version an S. I think the amount of damage it can do being a backline is disgusting. It has super high defense, and if you run up to it it'll just shoot you even better, or it'll just literally kick you in the face and do massive damage. So I think that definitely deserves an S. Base Lizard, I'll give B, and I'll give the upgraded versions an A. I think the biggest thing that carries them is literally their defense. I don't feel like it does an insane amount of attack, but dude, their defense, like, they probably have the best defense as a tier 7. Definitely one of them for sure. Cyclops, honestly, I'm just going to put all of them in B. I'll give this one an A only because he can throw goblins and do some damage, but not that great. I think it's just, I feel like it's literally just a base tier 7 other than the fact that you can throw a goblin. So if you want to lose a goblin for some damage, then there you go. Oh wait, what is that? One of those must be like an actual Cyclops in game. Oh, then here's the other upgraded lizard. Damn, some of these pictures are different. I think that's the actual black dragon. I'm mistaken on that picture. Here's the other upgraded version of the black dragon. Unicorn, base unicorn. I think it's B's and A's, as most of these are. I don't think there's anything too special about the unicorn other than that it's Sylvan's mid-tier tank. Does pretty good damage. Nothing to complain about. You're definitely not gonna say the reason you lost was the fucking unicorn, that's for sure. Upgraded Hydra great again. I think it lacks damage, but I think the ability to hit so many units carries it, plus its tankiness for sure. Bear Rider, I'll give a B. I'll give the upgraded versions an A, only because they are better, and this one can actually hit people out of the way and make them run, but I don't think they're anything too special to be an S. Base Guardian, I'm gonna have to just give C. I think the upgraded version of Berserker and the Guardians are just B. Nothing crazy. There is one of the Cavaliers that I believe I placed. I did not. Well, upgraded Cavalier deserves an S for sure. I believe this is the other upgraded version. I don't remember which one is better. And then that is a spawned unit. And then the Priest for last again, the Rune Priest. I'll give this one a B. But these upgraded ones, damn, I damn near have to put, I think I'll put one of them in S, because they do some disgusting damage. But this is my list overall, as far as overall viability, usability, and how good they are, at least, you know, with the right team and playing against the right people. But please let me know what you guys think. I need to get back into this game. I wish Heroes 6 and 7 would have been better, but Heroes 5 is definitely the best. But please let me know what you guys think as far as the list where you would play some people, upgraded versions and whatnot as well. And we will see you next time.